Hello, and welcome back to Factorio. This is Exotic Industries. Between episodes, I did a bit of house cleaning. There were some nests over here which were being rude, and some here, and some here, and also some here. So I had some conversations. Yeah, they seem to have been productive conversations because at least at the moment I am not being attacked. That may change, but yeah, fine for now. So what's the plan today? Well, my plan was going to be to go down the semiconductor and solar panel route. We've done crystal amplification and drilling fluid, so those can go. We haven't fully removed the legacy bus yet. However, a little while ago, we set up robot frames, and we've never done anything with them. So let's go have a look. Right, we've crafted a bunch of robot frames, so let's grab 100 of those. Well, 50's fine, isn't it? All right. And let's see what we could do with them. So we can make logistics bots, construction bots, and then there are heavy construction bots and heavy logistics bots, which seem to have much higher cargo capacity. I have no idea if they're any good. They're speed of 21, and that's a speed of 13. So this moves at 13 kilometers an hour. This moves at 21, so they move faster. The other thing I noticed was a requester chest. So I like the idea of early game requester chests. These just require some steel. This is steel. So what I'm wondering is, how about, instead of what I had got planned, we move up the script a bit and... Oh, I'm not moving. Not sure what's happening there. If this carries on, I'll have to swap keyboards. So what I'm wondering is, let's see if I can set up some bot stuff. And perhaps we can set up a bit of a mal, because from so far I have handcrafted everything, which hasn't been the end of the world, but I've got no intention of continuing that through the rest of the game, particularly as things we want to make become more complicated. So let's grab a bunch of this. There we go, and then we'll grab some steel as well. And we'll start to think about what our mold's going to be like. Right, all of that. Why not? So I'd like to make 4 of those. Let's make 4 of those, just in case. 5 of those and 5 of those. Is that... Yeah, that'll do for now. Okay. And I can't do any more because I'm out of steel. Yeah, I'm out of steel. Okay, so it looks like this entire enterprise is going to be limited by steel. Let's grab all of it. Right, what's next? So the next thing is we need to decide where our mole's going to be. And I've decided where I would like it is around this area. I've already got this dump chests full of crap, and I've got these things which kind of need something done to them. They don't seem to be getting emptied by bots, so yeah, we'll have to do something with those. So I think we're going to start here. Okay. Now, what's the plan? Oh, I should mention something I did off camera. Let's turn that off. Okay, so I've set this up to burn off the byproduct of making petroleum, because petroleum kept backing up. It's set to a circuit condition, so it only fetches fluids to burn when there's more than 15,000 of the fluid on the road network. So that only happens when this tank is backed up. So this is hit 15. So it will now be calling in a truck. So that guarantees the petroleum is always available, which I think is quite important because, yeah, this... What's wrong with... Yeah, these are not getting the petroleum they need. I'm just having a look. So, what is the problem? Okay, it's just that, yeah, it's just a lagging issue. So, anyway, I'm not looking at that. We're doing something else. What I am going to do is start thinking about what's this going to look like. So, we're going to need some iron. The issue is, let's make a provider chest. Where are we? Oh, we're crafting 4 of them. Good. Let's get a couple more. Okay. So the issue we have is basically all these metals have a load of intermediates. And we kind of need the intermediates made, and the best way to do it is with belts, I think. So we're just gonna, I think, have... Okay, so if we have 2 of those, and then 2 of those, and then 2 of those, alright? I think we can then input there. Okay, and then perhaps we can output around corners like that. I'm going to need to repeat this pattern for copper and for steel. So I kind of want to get a pattern that I'm happy with. Let's put a couple of trucks in there. Okay, and then I think I need some of this itself put into a box, just in case. Okay, so let's get this, and we're going to cap this at 2 stacks. I'm just pasting down a blueprint so that when those things are manufactured, we get the stacks we need. Alright, so that's the iron intermediates. So then we need something similar for copper. And I wonder how well this fits. Not perfectly. Okay. There's really no way around it though. We have so many of these intermediates that we just have to do something like this. Alright, and then I discovered that we had substations, which is really convenient. It makes it much easier to do these kind of builds, because you can fit a lot more in. So maybe I should move that down one. I'm not sure if this is the right way to do this. I've never built one of these. Not with this mod pack. Okay, so we've got an issue of fitting in the substation. So let's have a look. That's one option for a coverage. Okay, and then there and there. That will give us complete coverage of the inside. This is not going to work very well with it being in the middle of a build. Alright, what are the other options? Let's put that back. Alright, so I'm not moving this one. If I... Okay, let's put this where it would need to go, which is there. Then it really does take out both those builds. Okay, can I move this across one? Okay, it's not pretty, but it does look like it'll function. Good. And then where would this go? Okay, so I think if I pick up these two, then they can go there. Good. Alright, so let's put in a couple of trucks into the copper. We're going to need one, well, just a ton of these boxes, aren't we? Oh, I can cancel all this because we should have some mechanical parts. Brilliant. Okay, another 10 of those should start us on our way. So this then is going to be steel. There we go. And we need a similar contraption to this. Well, actually, to this one. And if I put it there, there we go. So that's all the steel parts. So we've got iron. These need to be reset to copper. Then to copper plate. Okay, and then to copper beams. Then this needs to be steel beams. Is there a steel? No, there isn't. So there's steel mechanical parts. So I don't need this. Good. That's looking pretty good so far, isn't it? Then, what are the other things we have which we definitely need? Okay. Let's set these to steam engines. Where is steam engines? I'm having difficulty seeing it. Let's just ask. There it is. Okay, so steam engines. Now, I've made a mistake here, haven't I? Because these are requested chests. And I should have made these provider chests. So, let's make 10 of those. And I will start dropping them in. Oh, I forgot to put any trucks in here. Good. Alright, so these are fine, but I just need to replace them with the red chests. Let's stop crafting these. I just want to go straight to the passive provider chests so that we can start getting things moving. Okay, I'm just wondering It's awkward that I can't fit another machine there. This whole row is a bit of a disaster. So we may end up moving things, but I can put in a couple of machines here. Let's try and follow the same pattern as for here. Okay, so these can be pipe. Good. And then we'll have an underground pipe one. And then what's the next thing? Well, probably requester chests and passive providers. Okay, and then that tells us the next two things we need to bring in. So we need to bring in some green chips and some red chips. Good. And they just need to go into provider chests. And they need to be limited to... Let's do 2 stacks for now. Okay, what is stopping us making these? Okay, I need a container, I need red and green chips. So we've got red and green chips. This needs to make containers, which is steel beams. Okay, so steel beams are being provided. And... oh, okay, so we have an issue here with Roboport coverage. So let's move these over one. Just so they're guaranteed in. It's not going to be an issue because we're going to put another Roboport here, actually. So we'll put those back. Alright. So how are we doing? For this to work, it needs to be requesting stuff. Let's grab these, because they seem to be the bottleneck at the moment for crafting. I'm going to turn off my bots. Right, the other thing, I think we need some logistics bots. So these 5 can be thrown in here. And I'm also going to put 5 construction bots in. There we go. Amazing, something's happening. Not quite sure what. Okay, so we've put down the requests for these, and I want to control this by logistics network. Ah, no, by bot network. Logistics, there we are. So this is the red boxes, and I want to make sure I always have 20 of them. We can change that number later, and similarly for these, I want there to always be 20 of those available. Okay, I've got a complaint at the moment because I don't have enough logistics network. Let's make one of these. Oh, what's that needing? Steel beams. I should have steel beams. There we go. Alright. Let's make one of those. That's a lot fewer steel beams. So this is happening. All of these things I'm just going to do by stack. But once we get into actual products, I'm going to do it through the network. Okay, have I made a logistics box? Great. So I can put that down. And of course, this doesn't fit. we're just going to sacrifice one of the boilers. Okay, so now these have somewhere to put their mining drills. Drill. Okay. We're getting somewhere. So we've got some bots supplying this machine. Has this machine done anything yet? Ingredient shortage. Okay. So we need some passive providers on... What does it need? Iron mechanical parts and red circuits. Okay, so they're fine. Then the iron mechanical parts are there. I'm just going to replace these because they were a mistake. And then we need to put a couple of trucks in there. We're getting damaged somewhere. Okay. That's going to fall, isn't it, at some point? Let's look at the... Whoa! Okay. This is going to be an issue. I'm hoping it's not going to be an issue now, though. Okay, the other thing I can do is add some more logistics bots. Okay, again, it's the steel which is causing me grief. Okay, so that should be another 15 of these things. Cool, that should speed things up. Did I ever set the requests for this? Yes, I did. Okay, so this needs containers. Okay, that's pretty good, isn't it? So the containers can't be built because we don't have the red box as an output. So let's make those. But this... Yeah, we're getting there, aren't we, with this? Okay. So that just needs steel. It is being brought steel beams. And this needs everything. So it needs one of these boxes and it needs red and green circuits. Things are being brought though, so that's good. Okay, let's dump some of these down in all the places where I mistakenly put them. Good. Alright, so this is limited to 2 stacks, so I can paste that over to limit these to 2 stacks. And we're just beginning to get a self-building mall. Alright, what else do we need for the self-building mall? Let's work it through. So, I need basically arms. So, blue arms, red arms, yellow arms. They come from burner arms. And this is going to require... Let's just double check. Burner arms require copper mechanicals and iron plates, both of which we have. This requires electronic circuits and electric engine units. So this needs to bring in red engines. There we go. So that's red engines dealt with. Where were we? This is red engines, one of those, and green circuits. This is iron plates and mechanical parts, which we have. More circuits, more plates. So that's good. Okay, so... settle those requests. Good. And can I do any of these? Let's do that one because it's the first one in the chain. I need to connect this to the network. and say that enable when there's less than 50 arms. Okay, then I'm going to use that to set all of these, but then change the thing it's measuring. Okay, what other things do we have? Okay, a pretty obvious thing is the assembling machines. So these are straightforward. Okay, and this needs to be set to assembling machine 2s. And limit of 50 sounds fine, to be honest. These require assembly machine 1s as an input, so let's make this 1s. And this obviously is 1s limited. Okay, and then this requires basic things that we've already dealt with. Good. And we have the engines. They're just not available because we haven't got the boxes. But I think the boxes are starting to be made. What else do we use a lot of? Mining drills. Okay. And again, let's set this to 100. There we go. And what does mining drills require? It's simple things, so that's not a problem. So this is all ready to build itself out. What we haven't got is something that's making the bots. So let's set something up. So we're going to take a requester. Here we go. Oh, that got made quite quick. Good. Hopefully we'll get another one made in a moment. It's just missing the red circuits. Well, I can fix that, can't I? And let's grab this as soon as it's made. There we go. Right, so I can set this to request logistics bots. Limit of 50, that's fine. And I can wire this. I think total logistics is Y. So I'm going to set this to enable when Y is under 200 for now. So that should allow us to have up to 200 bots in the network. Okay. And we've actually reached that balance point where I don't have any more crafting materials. And we're waiting for the factory to get going. Alright, let's see if I can handcraft a couple of these because they're going to be useful, aren't they? That's it. Okay, so this is going to craft logistic bots. This is going to craft construction bots. And what's this waiting on? Steel. Let's see if I can help that along again. Good. All right. This is the one I care about. Here. And we're going to set this, set this to limit to 50 logistics bots. Good, and we'll set this to limit to 50 construction bots. Wherever they are. There. Awesome. Then to make those work, see if I can grab another. What's this waiting on? Yeah, strongbox again. Okay. So at the moment, steel beams are the limiting factor. So let's see if that goes there, and I can grab this. Okay, this is going to be robot frames. That. Can I craft any inserters? Yes, I can. Can I... Oh, this is... I just really dislike this bit of the bootstrapping process where you're just running around in circles. Okay, so I want a single stack of those. Okay, grab that. 2 stacks of those is fine. And what is this waiting for? Everything. But this has been fueled out, so something's going to go and get them. I should probably think of the next thing I want to craft, shouldn't I? Let's put this down here for a minute. And we're getting more damage. Okay, this is starting to become an issue, isn't it? But at least we have a mole. Okay, so a good thing to have in our mole would be gun turrets. Has this crafted anything? No, this is crafted 0. Has this crafted anything? 0. It's never had a request to set. Okay, let's carry on with our bootstrapping by hand plan then. So this is going to be gun turrets. Ah, mechanical parts. That I can do something about. Let's let it craft and then grab the product. Good. And we're going to limit this to, I guess, 50. I'm just choosing 50 at random at the moment. I don't know if these are good numbers or not. There. Good. All right. So that looks okay. Has this finished anything? Yes, it's finished 4. That's really cool. So the network now has 24 logistics bots. I crafted 20 of them. 4 of them are new. I think this is a go. We've managed to get a basic bit of building up and running. We can fit another one in there. Okay, it looks like I built this without a Roboport in mind. Doesn't quite fit, does it? No, that butts up onto the road. That fits. But then the petroleum doesn't go... Oh, does the petroleum go at all? No, so that's fine. I haven't lost anything. Alright. So we seem to have a petroleum bottleneck. I think we're basically just not manufacturing petroleum fast enough. Let's finish this off, but I don't particularly want to make these two machines in case we have more products to bring in. Oh, of course we have more, because we need to make all the truck drone related stuff, don't we? Okay. Let's see how power is doing. We're pretty low on power. Okay, that's going to be a problem. And I don't know the best thing to do to fix it. So these are running flat out. This apparently doesn't have any fuel to burn. Yeah, I'm not happy at all with our power situation or our power plan. But there you are. Okay, I need to make Roboports. Let's right. So Roboports, trucks, fluid depots, red depots, blue depots. I'm going to put down a recipe for green, fuel. I think for now I'm going to handcraft these things. I don't really want to use a machine for those. What other recipes do you think I should set? I'm just thinking of things that I use really regularly. Big and medium power poles and substations. Substations requires concrete, so let's bring that in. Concrete. Good, and we can drop a truck in there. Right, what is this waiting on? Steel beams. Always the steel beams, apparently. Okay, these are just running at full speed. Now, there's actually plenty of steel beams in the logistics network. It's just a question of not having enough bots. Okay, so I'll sneak and net some over again. There we go. Good, that should help sort that out. And right, where was I? So this is those. Insulated wire is the extra item. So let's craft another 3 of those. Okay, so this is going to be big electrics. Medium electrics, insulating wire. Good. Okay, so that looks like a plan, doesn't it? So we need copper wire. So let's put that down and start filling up this space. This can go here. Oh, brilliant. Things are building. Okay, I'm going to make an assembling machine or two. Let's copy these. I'm not sure if they're in the perfect place. In fact, let's copy it like that. Put it down here. We can edit out those boxes, arms, belts, underground, pumps, arms. Okay, so all we should have left is the power infrastructure. There we go. Alright. So this needs to make copper coils. There we go. And this will be allowed to do it while copper coils less than 50, surprisingly. Actually, let's buffer those up to 100 or so. Where are copper coils? Have they been moved? Can't see it. There it is. Set it to 200. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, and for now, good. This is powered for now. So in a minute we can set the requests. Does... Oh, it really looks like the purples are not having a great time of it. Okay. I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be using medium electric poles, so I'll just set it to 50. This can be set to something like 200, I guess. And again, I can't find them. There they are. Good. Right, let's try and only set things where we've got the chests ready. That is again low on steel. Oh, steel beams are actually genuinely low this time. Good. Right, where am I going with this? That should do the job. And how are we doing for logistics spots? 45. We're doing alright, aren't we? Getting there slowly. More purple boxes being made. The reds seem to be being crafted much quicker, but I guess. Right, let's set this. Right, so these are quite expensive. So let's set them to 5. Good. Let's copy that. We'll paste this all the way through, and then just reset the item to match. There. This can be set to something a bit higher, I think. We get through quite a lot of trucks. Good. So that should be starting to work. We have some guns. That's pretty cool. Ooh. Created 50 logistics robots. That was a milestone, apparently. Cool. What is this waiting on this time? Everything. Okay. And there. Let's limit this. $20. All of those went. Okay, so this is... Oh, this is not... The request for this is not set. Okay. Good. It's basically looking for purple boxes that don't have anything in them. And arms which don't have a green light, because that means they're not connected. Okay, big poles, 50 sounds like a good idea, good number for those. How many substations? Let's start with 10. We can always up it if that turns out to not be enough. Alright. So then... Let's have a look. This requires plastic. We're not bringing plastic in. Good. And then we can use this again. Ooh, we're starting to lose turrets, so... That's pretty bad, isn't it? I just want to get these going, and then I'm going to go down and try and deal with those. Okay, so, do we have any... We haven't set this recipe. There we go. And what was the last thing I wanted? Well, to be honest, all this is fine, isn't it? Let's grab turrets. Okay, so I've got a ton of turrets now, but I have almost no ammo. And can I craft any? Yes, I can craft 1,000. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to call that a day for our version 1 of the mole. This will get grown as we discover all the things we didn't know we needed. I'm going to stick to the same pattern though, I think. At least for now. We can rip the whole thing up later if it's a horrible mistake. But what I need to do right now is... Whoop. Okay, our research is finished. We are 63.9 of 70%. Okay, so it is time for us to just do some researches. Nuclear power sounds great because we've been really low on electricity for a while now. I like the idea of some distractors and follow a robot count. I'm not going to get the tank. Don't think that's really worth getting at this point. Rail modernization. Railway. We don't need those at the moment. Storage tanks. So what's this? Okay, it's a really big storage tank. Lasers sounds good. Yeah, I think we're just at the end of of researches, so I just need to queue some up. Let's queue up railway, those tanks, and call it a day. Okay, so I'm going to go off screen and try and do something about the... whoop, don't want to do that. Try and do something about the onslaught. It's getting towards the point where I need a better plan for how to defend the factory than putting down isolated gun turrets, but I haven't really figured out what my plan is yet, so I guess when I know it, you'll know it. But I really did clear this whole area out, and here we are with another nest. So they're expanding at quite a rate at the moment, it looks like. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, so let's see if I can do this without alien flowers. So I've found these things dotted around. When you shoot them, you get alien resin, which I'm guessing is useful for something at some point. You have to assume, don't you? Okay, well, I'm going to go once more into the breach and hopefully not die horribly. Whoop. Yeah, overkill is the right amount of kill, it seems like, with these bugs. So, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. You don't need to see me doing some more hilariously awful combat. There's plenty of opportunity to see that elsewhere, I'm sure. So, thanks very much for watching. Like, subscribe, and wish me well, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.